Hello everybody and welcome back to Pyre. As is the custom with this series, there will be no camera, and you get to hear just my voice doing a lot of reading. You return to the wagon after you and your fellow exiles bested the dissidents, and find Volfred waiting for you there. Well done, back there, my girl. You are serving your companions well. Now then, I've something that I wish to share with you if you have a moment. We have discussed the plan of which we're all a part. I have a means of measuring our progress toward the goal of it. I'd like for you to have a look at it. First, let's determine where the rites may take us next. I'm reading real bad tonight. Maybe it's a bad night for Let's Talk a Lot. Look forth, I expect you shall again see several shining stars where once you saw but one. I feel like we did this part already. Did it not save? Several shining stars, a trick of the eye, or the will of the scribes. Who can say? I too once gained this newfound vision many years ago, following my first liberation rite. I believe only we of the Nightwings have this gift. I realize that, in choosing whom the Nightwings confront in each rite, we in turn influence which triumvirate we face when the time comes for someone to be set free. The object I invite you to use contains further detail. Volfred's planner. Yeah, we've seen this. I think. I thought. Okay, maybe. I don't even know anymore. No, because the bog was the last thing we did. Okay, well, are we gonna fight the ladies, the worm people? The ladies or the worm people, I guess, are our choices here. We don't get any other choices. I think I'd rather fight the ladies. I almost stopped recording. I was like, we've done this! But I think I'm wrong. Tamitha. So, we're to have another brush with Tamitha. Perhaps she'll spare me yet another moment of her time. She's here because of me, and I am here for her. Tamitha then tells you more of your next adversary, her own blood sister. Tamitha Thane, a harp of the Highwing remnants, raised from birth to excel in outwitting and outmaneuvering her enemies. She seems driven by her hatred for the Commonwealth. After retreating to the mountains centuries ago, the harps refused to join the Commonwealth, and those old tensions boiled over into raids or skirmishes or all-out war. And I just realized that I never balanced the audio for this game. Can I pause it? I sure can. I'm gonna turn down the audio just a little bit because I'm not quite sure where we should be.
Fine evening,
okay.
Is it not?
We're gonna stick it right about there. Usually that's about right. Okay. Alright, there we go. Hopefully the audio is balanced because the last thing I want to do is be drowned out while I'm trying to talk. Flight tacticians such as Tamitha gave the Highwing remnants a swift and powerful military presence to this day, despite the harp's small numbers. She once hatched ambitious plans to overthrow the Commonwealth, breaching its defenses so her sisters could rain down untold destruction. On the darkest night of the year, she led a daring infiltration mission deep into her enemy's lands. It almost worked. However, she was betrayed by someone very close to her, someone branded a Commonwealth sympathizer, Tamitha. Tamitha was caught, clipped, and subsequently exiled as a prisoner of war, but being trapped within the downside only stoked her fury. I wound up in here not too long afterwards. Anyway, it's complicated. What happened between us? What I did it for her own good, and that of all our sisters. Though I'm beginning to doubt that Tamitha will ever see it that way. We'll see, I suppose, but for now, I'd best try and catch what sleep I'm able. Pleasant dreams then, darling. You bid a good night to Tamitha in turn. No time now to make flight preparations, though come morning the black wagon will press onward. Alright, let's continue. Being here in flagging hands continues to sap most everyone's spirits. Your companions lost one hope for the next ride. Alright. Well, that's super. let's just continue losing hope, I guess. The right stick does not let us use the camera that I thought we might. The forbidden cairn of Haub lies below. Not many exiles see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless reins of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up if they attempt to cross. That's a lot of S's. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the essence, should be on their way here, or their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Okay. So I guess we can choose to land at one of these. Bay is very interested in visiting the mud baths, but Hamatha wants to check some people out here, so we'll go here. You touch down in the heart of Yomur Valley, where first you face the fate and the dissidents. You briefly wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You now have a little time before having to set forth by land. Let's go. You take some of the afternoon to survey the area with Hamatha. You observe many curs off in the distance, driven half wild from the heat. Foolish things. This is what happens when you trust the Commonwealth. There's nothing you can do for the creatures. The sight of them makes you all too eager to return to the wagon and immerse yourself in your vocations. Yeah, vocation, study in private. Keep doing these because I feel like all these small bonuses are going to add up. So we've gained 2 of 2 in hope and presence, and then we need to do quickness. I'm assuming you concentrate on your knowledge of the 8 scribes and how together they compose the Book of Rites among their many feats. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. We gained clarity. That's for quickness. Figure getting all these little bonuses would be better in the long run. Don't mind me just lowering myself and bumping my microphone. Thank God for shock mounts. Here in the stark badlands of Yomur Valley, you encounter a messenger imp come to deliver news and rumors from the other side. The news this time pertains to Hedwyn, whom you liberated at the fall of Soliam. You learn Hedwyn returned safely to the Commonwealth, where he was clothed and welcomed, his past transgressions all forgiven. He was groomed for a leadership position of his choice, whether on the Council of the Blood Border, whether on the Council or the Blood Border, each equally as lucrative and secretive as well. However, he refused, and before the stunned council members could do anything about it, he left them. He's since made contact with Volfred's agents and is working together with them. Thus, the ranks of the revolution grow stronger. Per the messenger imp custom, the last part of the message was transcribed from Hedwyn, word for word, and says, "Keep going, I'll see you here." You thank the messenger imp for relaying this information. Soon your companions are all abuzz about it. Yeah, that's how it's done, Hedwyn. Right behind you, chum. Wonder if he'll ever find the one he fell for. A glorious example Hedwyn sets for us all. He did it. I always thought Hedwyn was looking for someone out there back home. Do you think he found her? Yeah, Tizo does Tizo things. The news of Hedwyn's liberation fills you and your fellow exiles with newfound resolve. Hey, we got 1 hope back. So now we're not in that hope deficit. That's nice. I wonder if that was planned. Probably was. Commence the rite. The afternoon is just beginning to give way to nightfall as you and your companions finish making preparations for the coming rite. Through all the ceremony, you realize Hamatha is nowhere to be found. The last anybody saw of her was shortly after the black wagon came to rest here at the cairn of Haub. She returns just as you were beginning to plan a search for her. Sorry to have worried you there, reader darling. Just getting a little antsy is all. Had to go and spread my wings a bit and shake away the nerves. That's fair. She is holding something back. Don't you get in my head. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth, damn you, reader. Get out, get out, get out. Oh. Anyhow, it looks as if the show's about to start. I shall be in the field with the others. As Pamitha departs, you see, she is right as the stars above begin to shine. You know she is about to face her sister Tamitha once again. You accept that it is a very private matter between them. Do we though? Do we?
Listen well, you exiles of the Night Wings. You are returned once more unto the cairn of Ha'ub. Your adversaries in the coming rite shall be the Essence. Reduce their pyre to a smolder and step closer to freedom.
Okay.
Now prepare yourselves.
I'm ready. The winged exiles of the Essence take position opposite your own companions, and their leader soon asserts herself. Tamitha, come forth. No trickery this time. She appears as asked, though remains silent as her blood sister studies her for a time. Tamitha then reaches for her mask. You look weary to me, sister. Oh? Too little sleep, I guess. I do get rather anxious sometimes on the night before one of these things. It can be a lot of pressure. Understandable. The two of them say nothing for a time. You cannot discern what they are thinking. The high wing remnants all seem to be very mentally acute, trained as they are from birth. Soon, though, Pamitha cuts through the tension, her tone light as ever. So, given further thought to my proposal, then, I have, and I think that now is not the time for talk. Besides, your comrades there, surely you give them pause. Even now they must be questioning your loyalty. What? Oh, cut it with the stammering Pamitha. It is very unbecoming, you know that. And you be sure to tell those comrades of yours what you proposed to me. She dons her mask once more. As she rejoined the other exiles of the Essence, Pamitha hesitates before returning to your group. I told her she could take my place. That would keep her up to date about our progress, and that she could take my place if ever it was time for me to go. But you don't have to worry. For one thing, she refused, and for another, well, I'd better tell you later. For now, remember, you can count on me. For now, until she decides to swap places.
Now let us begin.
Roster bio updated. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and throw her in. She could use the level up and she can block those people. And then we will take... Should we go with Ruki? Or Taizo? Let's go with Taizo. Tizo. Oh, Tizo's got a big thing there. I always forget about that. So we've got a... Tizo... Let's choose him. Let's choose people that we don't normally play as.
The choice is cast.
Fair, Pamitha Thane, by this night's limited honor, he shall stand ever by your side. Provided, of course, your side remains that of the Night Wings. Face us, wastrels of the Commonwealth. The pain and loss of your defeat this night shall reverberate not only in your hollow hearts, but in the homeland that abandoned you. Are you quite sure it has to be this way then, sister? There is no compromise here, Pamitha. Not for traitors to my country or my blood. I understand, then so be it. Alright, I forgot the buttons for her.
Commence.
Okay.
Now go.
I did not forget the buttons for him. Oh, yeah.
To glory laid bare.
Oh, they had 125? Oh, okay, square. How do I pass again? X. There we go.
Too slow there, Pamitha. Fear not the purifying flame.
You seem so distracted, Pamitha. Is there something more you wish to say to me? Words you feel that I am owed, perhaps? For Pamitha stops at this and reaches for her mask. I'm sorry for what I did to you, sister. For what you did to me, your apology rings as hollow as your plumage. You might rehearse it further upon every last survivor of the High Wing remnants. Now, no more talk. Okay.
Such hatred spewing constantly from Tamitha. Yet here in exile, she is naught but talk.
Oh, thought I was gonna make it. Yeah, double.
Spectacular!
Oh no.
Struggle all you like, reader.
Oh no.
Alas,
They are currently winning.
Your adversary's pyre now burns brighter than your own.
Oh, we're doing some flying. There we go.
Flames of freedom.
Alright, we're caught up.
I wonder, shall the Nightwings press their luck?
Oh, we will.
Gilman caught out.
Oh no.
Ouch.
No. There we go. We flew it in as fast. Alright, we're gonna have to do some offensive things like this. There we go.
All banished.
I'll just slide in all casually after doing that. Kind of did dirty things to him, didn't we?
Gilman banished.
There we go. Oh, that took him away. That's not what we wanted. Oh,
Unfortunate.
okay, come on. Oh,
Glory
okay
to the
then.
scribes.
Are we gonna lose our first game?
Each pyre now burns no more brightly than the other.
Oh, okay, we might lose our first game. They're tearing us apart now. Can't let them get another
The
score.
Nightwings seem to be falling behind. What happened there?
Oh yeah, taking them back
Empire
up a little bit.
weakens.
We need to score twice. No. There we go. We picked up. Oh, we didn't pick up the ball. I thought we had.
Winds have served her through.
I feel like using each person against
Your victories at
their
hand.
people is probably the best idea. Oh
I
no.
almost pity what transpired there.
Did we get her?
And
Oh.
it is done.
The
No!
essence prevails.
We lost our first
The
match.
Empire nearly was extinguished there, but no.
We were doing so well.
Perhaps your fortune shall be better next time.
That's unfortunate. You and the Nightwings may have experienced your first defeat, but this is not the end. Rather, this is an opportunity for you and your fellow exiles to press onward. Hamatha, for example, learned a valuable lesson this night. A rush of enlightenment gained from surviving a tough situation, awarded only this one time. Okay. So too has Taizo, not in spite of his setback with the essence, but because of it. And Sir Gilman is no exception. He has gained more insight here as well. Your fellow exiles all shall gain enlightenment and learn and grow from what transpired. And your story shall continue. The choice of whether to accept such outcomes now and all throughout your quest is to be yours alone. I do not want to accept that. Unimpressive, Hamatha. What good is your offer to show me favor in the liberation right if I could just as well prevail against your comrades on my own? It will be different then, though I suppose that you won't reconsider. You know that I cannot. You are always obstinate, but in that regard and all others which you count for anything, you are inferior to me. Remember that. What you offered is meaningless to me. I shall free myself without your help, or that of anyone. Now then, farewell. Wait, what of your comrades? The essence, you must need them at least. Mincing my words as ever, Hamatha, know that I do love you, in a way. Is that what you wish to hear?
But
But my purpose is plain, and you stand in its way. You're a fool to think my freedom is my goal. My freedom is a means towards an end, the likes of which you never would abide. Do you think that you could sway me from my purpose, Pamitha? Pamitha remained silent for some time. No, I think that you will struggle to destroy the Commonwealth, no matter what it takes, no matter if, in doing so, you are destroyed instead. Just so. So then, you understand me after all. Pamitha does not turn to watch her blood sister depart.
There is much to learn from this
That's
experience. The imp Tizo appears to have a certain depth of knowledge.
Yeah, he leveled up. I'm kind of depressed that we lost, though. So, that's his flutter. After casting his implode, Tazo returns much faster than usual. Tazo's implode can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Both of those are really good. We'll go with that one for now, so he can come back faster.
Honor is elusive, O Sir
So
Gilman,
grateful is this knight
yet
for such a
enlightenment
glorious occasion that
is
he is giving
eternal.
such strong consideration to performing. Here and now, the forbidden dance of the sea dominions. Alright, we're gonna go to rank 2. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area.
The exile Pamitha
Also
perhaps
leveled
can learn
up. All
the
time of
errors
this. Soon I'll be
of
catching up with you at this, whether or not you like it. So this is her first mastery. While flying, she moves faster. Or after banishing, Pamitha moves 30% faster. Let's go with that.
the
That
holy
was banishing
power
people
of the
pretty
oldest matriarch
efficient.
until the stars align.
Still kind of stings that we lost. Stings just a lot. Just a lot. Alright. Back at the wagon, the Nightwings are unwinding after they succumb to the essence, despite almost putting out their pyre. The deadest hour of night is approaching, so you excuse yourself to read the stars outside and plot a course for your next confrontation. The stars yet shine for you, revealing various paths forward. You gaze into the darkness of night. Seek now your destination. I just want to stay here and do it again. I want to redo. Alright. So we can go against these guys. Or we can go against the accusers. Or we can go against those guys. We can consult the planner. We're now 9-1, so that's unfortunate. Red still next liberation, still don't know. Total Reds conducted 10, exiles liberated 1, probability of success 31%. Oh, that's kind of bad. Okay, well I guess we need to work on that, so we'll go here. We'll go there, and as soon as it saves, we're gonna quit and be done. The withdrawn and which Udamilde have designs upon their rights that have nothing to do with being free again. What they seek, no one in good conscience could abide. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Which Udamilde, one of the bog dwellers and head of the withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Ysosh, the astral born, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable reagents grew into an obsession with Ysosh, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Udamilde held that Ysosh is merely dormant and shall someday be reborn with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then at last could Ysosh return to his glorious home, and Udamilde would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Udamilde in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Yasashi's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the withdrawn stood ready to assist. She speaks in singing riddles, yet the threat of her intentions, I think, cannot be dismissed. Let us be on our guard, and therefore, let us rest now while we can. You bid Volfer the restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. And with that, we will end this video. Can make myself real big now. I'm Dash Brandon. Thank you guys for watching. I know that this series is not as popular as my other series, but I do want to see it through to the end. So, I will see you guys for the next Pyre and bad reading. I'm Dash Brandon. Bye bye.